Beef, why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight's MME. We got the CJH back. Hey, CJH, how's it going?
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm an
feeling better?
actual YouTuber now. Yay.
You are an actual YouTuber now. Wow.
Or
that's a first.
attempting to.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, we're all trying to make it here. If you're just joining us, get the thumbs up. We're going to talk about... I wanted... listen, I could talk about the usual stuff, but I try to diversify here. We love diversity in all forms. So I wanted to talk about the Penguin series, the Matt Reeves verse, and some images from the Penguin and a new mobster, How I Met Your Mobster. Yes. She is joining the series.
Really?
As probably, yes, she is. That's the picture there. Yes.
I liked her in How I Met Your Mother for like one episode because that's about as long as
she spoilers for
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. That's the mother, right?
Does anyone actually watch that?
Oh, wait, not really. Not really.
I watched the hell out of that show. I loved How I Met Your Mother, dude.
Yeah. All right, let's start with some in Happy Woman's Day, everyone. Happy Woman's Day. I believe it's Woman's Day, right?
Yeah, I think so. International Women's Day or something like that.
Yeah, International Women's Day.
Don't hold me to it.
Yes, I believe it is. Okay. So, there's a lot of talk about a certain lady in entertainment. And people are talking about Star Wars, and we're going to get to Star Wars 2, CJH. Don't worry.
Oh, is it the
Mandalorian?
Kathleen Kennedy?
Whoa, shh. Hold on.
Oh,
let me get the timestamp here.
3 minutes in.
3 minutes, Kathy. Okay. All right. So this is breaking news.
She's
breaking news.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's breaking news. Does anyone want to guess what the breaking news is about?
She's been fired for the 18,000 times.
Oh, what did Kathleen Kennedy do this time? Oh.
No. I got a source on this one. I have a source.
Ooh, a source.
The source has been pretty reliable in the past.
Is it Doomcock?
No,
a reliable.
I said a reliable source. CJH. What do you think it is, Brian? What's this breaking news about?
Comics?
What about this breaking news about Kathleen Kennedy?
I believe I was reading something on the internet today about like somebody who's working on like the Acolyte or something like that. Got a pink slip, something like that.
There's senior nurses. It's BS about Kathy Kennedy. Hey, senior nurse, since you're just getting here, remember
Lucasfilm was sued.
That's not the breaking news I'm talking about. But yes, that is also. I also put that. Listen, I am not going to disparage this woman on Women's Day, International Women's Day. She has done amazing things as a producer. I subjectively put more. In my opinion, put more of the success of a project on the talent that creates the project. But she has produced
Dave Filoni and
no. I'm saying the whole history of the entertainment industry.
Hey, Aaron, what's up,
Producing
buddy?
is
up?
important. Producing is important. That connects the money people.
What's this news
that
about
connects-
Kathleen Kennedy?
This connects the money people to the creator. There is breaking news about Kathy Kennedy. Yes, Aaron. It's from a trusted source of the channel.
It's a trusted source of the channel.
It's not me. It's not my rumors and speculation that I said.
I was
years
going
ago.
to say that's not a very deep
Although I was not wrong on certain aspects. I said she was never going to put another film out into theaters before she leaves. And I'm so far, I don't think I'm wrong on that one. And I also said it's not necessary. I also said it's not necessary to get rid of her if you're not putting a film in theaters.
I heard something.
Okay. Well,
about Kathleen Kennedy too.
All right. Well, let's get to the source here.
She wants Indiana Jones to be her hurrah.
That's the rumor.
No. All right. Hold on. Now, I clicked on this without seeing the context. From our pal Sean O'Rourke, who we miss, Sean. Hey, Sean, I hope you're doing. And he did a nice stream on Kathy Kennedy today, right before this one. So I didn't get to see this. This was not highlighted. He put breaking news.
I heard the exact same thing.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Sean. I heard the exact same thing.
Yeah, breaking news. Oh, shit. Hold on.
She's live right now. He's live right now.
Yeah. Hold on. Darn it.
I
So
heard
this was this before I hit read more before it just says breaking news, and he put the picture of Kathy and Dave Filoni, and then he added, Kathy Kennedy will leave on her own terms.
Yeah,
either when her contract expires or if she decides to leave early after Indiana Jones: The Battle of Destiny is released. Kathy is one of the greatest producers of all time. Most of her haters and chuds own all the films she produced in their DVD collection. That's facts. Yes.
It's very true.
I do. Her name is on a lot of credits of all my favorite films.
And he put the whole list. Look at that.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
Look at that list.
8 Academy Awards.
They just never read the credits. Hey, Claudia, how's it going?
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Not bad.
Dude. No. I'm not disrespecting her on Women's Day. I'm not. That is breaking news.
Actually, I heard the same thing.
I kind of disagree with him to a point that I think if she was extremely successful, they'd be asking for her to stay around, which they're not.
I think if she leaves, they're not going to fire her. They're not going to fire her.
No, I said
no. That was more of a joke.
Even when I first made my first fire video, and I said in Hollywood, you don't get fired, you get a golden parachute.
Well,
you get accolades on your way out. You get accolades.
She has too much respect.
But they're not. No one's begging her to stay to Star Wars, are they?
There's too much. I say there's too much respect for. They have too much respect for to fire her.
Well, they're not going to fire her.
Yeah,
they're just not going to ask her to stay around, right?
Yeah, it's a contract expire or retirement. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. What are you saying, CJH?
Didn't Bob Iger say that he wants his legacy to be saving Star Wars?
I hadn't heard. I can't remember that quote. I'd have to give me that quote. That would be great if we, Anthony says slay, queen, slay. All right. Thank you, Patrick. So, but I do think her run as president of Lucasfilm is going to be done. And I don't think anyone's begging her to stay at Disney. I really don't, because of some issues, some issues. But I don't want to take away from her legacy as a producer, though. I don't. I just don't think it worked when you're creating a universe. And honestly, it's the same situation that Warner Brothers did. Unless you have someone like Feige or James Gunn. Now, James Gunn isn't proven yet, right? Unless you have someone like that overseeing creative choices and tying it together instead of just greenlighting projects with top producers and saying what you want to say, it's very hard to link all that together. And it's her failures as the creative of Lucasfilm is not any different than the rest of the industry. It's really not. Warner Brothers.
I wonder who could step up to Lucasfilm. Could it be the guy that made Grogu a household name?
I think Favreau, besides being a creative,
Filoni
has the tools necessary to be a producer as well, and has a lot of connections. More so than Filoni. I mean, if they made them whatever, like they did, I don't know. That would be my choice. I think it's a no-brainer. I think Bob Iger, even though Senior Nerd called BS on me the other day, I think Bob Iger had more to do with the getting Favreau involved in Star Wars than Kathy did. I'm not saying she didn't have anything to do with it. That's just my opinion. That's just my speculating, because he's been a go-to guy for Iger as long as Iger's been in charge of Disney. I think there's facts that'll lead you the way. He's always produced for Iger. He's
Right.
Iron Man, started the MCU.
He also
he did
brought in the volume.
Favreau's done a lot for Disney in general.
Yes, Favreau has done a lot for Disney besides just being a creative.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think personally, I think John Favreau would be a great, person to oversee Star Wars, because he has that backlog of knowledge for Star Wars lore, right?
Mhm.
And I truly believe that, and I also believe that if we get him in that position, like how James Gunn is for DC, we could get more Star Wars stuff across the board, from films, animation, TV, video games, you name it. He'll come up with some great ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a lot there. Listen, and we have 25 people watching and just 9 likes. Please get those
Hit that
likes
like
up
button.
there. Support the show. Support MME. We are going places. We're going to have great opportunities for collaborations in the future. We're going to meet more people, even people we disagree with, and talk about things that maybe we do agree on. Because everyone you disagree with, you could find something. You could find something.
There's common ground somewhere.
Yeah, there's common ground.
Like
I want to
Star
talk
Wars.
more people. Yeah. Listen, my favorite character, Luke Skywalker, he always saw the good in people. He saw the good in Vader after he destroyed planets.
Except for Kylo Ren. We don't talk about
that. There you go, Brian. That's exactly my
right.
problem. That's
That's
exactly my
nephew.
problem with that scene.
That's his
I
own
wasn't going to
nephew.
mention it, but you did.
That's his own nephew too.
You were
Yes.
gonna mention it.
No,
Don't give me that shit.
It was him. It was Luke against the world when he walked into the throne room with the Emperor of the galaxy and his father that destroyed planets, and he threw his lightsaber and said, "I will not strike you down or give in to fear." Because what does fear do?
But he gave in to fear.
Yes.
Kylo Ren.
Yes, he did. So that's my major issue. Like, he gave in the fear. It's like you're supposed to be a teacher. Oh my God!
I know he's not.
God damn it! God damn it, Brian!
How
you
long
got
has
me
it
on a
been since
tangent
you ranted on Star Wars, man?
No.
Mandalorian's back, baby. Mwah.
Brian's 100% right.
Oh, I want to talk spoilers, guys. Come on now. Everybody's seen
Me
it.
too.
right?
Let's talk spoilers.
Yeah. We're gonna talk.
Oh.
Hey, Anthony, how's it going?
We're gonna have a good talk.
There you go, man. Anthony.
Hello, what's up? What's up?
Oh shit, your body is crap.
That's a great.
I don't know what's going on, Anthony. You had great commentary on the channel, but I don't know why you coming static. But you got the penguin there. No, you're not good. No, it's not good.
You need to back out and come back in.
It did that yesterday. Remember? I was gonna say.
Yeah. If you need a new headset or something, let me know, and I'll put together a few funds to ship you out a new mic or something for your. I don't know if you're on your phone or what. Why the heck did Kylo and Rey kiss? Why not? Come on, everyone. Come on. Luke kissed his sister. Are we really complaining about kisses in Star Wars? He kissed his sister. Which you didn't know about. Luke Skywalker
And liked it.
Yeah, he did. He put his arms back. He's like, yeah, that's my sister. I mean, he'd be making the front page of a certain hub nowadays.
I mean, he was kind of bragging.
Yes.
Luke, kind of a braggadocio.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, who here agrees with Sean there? She's going to go on her own terms. I don't necessarily agree with that 100%. She's going to leave. I don't think anyone's asking her to stick around.
I feel like
I
she
think there's
never
been some
really liked Star Wars to begin with. That wasn't. No, listen.
I don't think she's
so.
a fan.
I think that
she likes-
wasn't her genre. Like
Yeah.
her genre is more like the Spielberg type movies, the artsy films like that.
Yeah, I think she likes Star Wars. I just think she's not a fan of Star Wars. So unless you're like a really fan, it's not like you're ever being like, you're like, you might look at decisions, you're like, okay, that makes sense, but you're not gonna like, you know what I mean?
Her passion project
Tony.
was basically Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah,
or,
that's
or
I mean,
5 or whatever.
I do think
now.
one of the successes that she's had recently is bringing back other parts of Lucas. Everyone just thinks of Star Wars about Lucasfilm, but you have to remember that's Indiana Jones, that's Willow. I still got to go back to see Willow. I want to like it. I think it's fun, but I have to be in the right mood. I think I will finish Willow eventually.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
I don't think
Willow.
it's getting
She
another
has a
season.
great resume though.
Oh yeah, her resume is she's the most connected woman in Hollywood. She's the most connected woman in Hollywood.
Nobody has a resume like her.
That doesn't necessarily equate to great quality content when you have to do more than just be a producer, though. That's all I'm saying. You gotta think about other things. It's more than just connecting money to talented people. It's what's right for the project, what's right for the brand, and I don't think she got that part. So
I think they should have split Lucasfilm into two, so like you had the Star Wars on one side, and then you had the artsy films like Indiana Jones and all that. And Kathleen Kennedy would have been perfect for those, and have someone else run the Star Wars side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with CJH there. I actually do.
What's up, Crazy Joe?
Hey.
Hey, Crazy Joe.
I don't
want to give her too much heat on Women's Day Voltaire, but we also have Crazy Joe. I think Crazy Joe is a big supporter of Kathy. But I will say one thing that I think Lucasfilm has failed on, besides the Star Wars theatrical and getting these projects off the ground for theatrical at least, is I really would have Lucasfilm. Something else that's really part of that is LucasArts. Bringing back LucasArts would have been amazing. There's so much great project.
They just renamed it to Lucas Games.
Lucas Games?
Yeah.
Are they actively making games right now? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Star Wars games.
There's a massive open world game that they're working on.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It's like on the level of No Man's Sky.
That's great, because I think that's part of the legacy of Lucas that sometimes is overlooked, is besides Skywalker Sound and ILM, LucasArts was so integral to the gaming industry, and there's some IP that come from that. So that's great to hear. I have to actually research more of that. Crazy Joe's there. Go ahead, Brian.
Oh no, I was just ranting about Electronic Arts.
Oh yeah, they moved past to EA now, so they're
he's allowed, Daniel. He's
to
allowed.
like other companies.
Yeah, we allow all
Ubisoft
opinions
is
here.
doing the. I believe Ubisoft is doing the open world.
2/3 of
Ubisoft, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we were discussing the breaking news about Kathy Kennedy, Crazy Joe.
What's the breaking news?
Sean O'Rourke, trusted source of the channel, reported on his channel, his community section, that she's not going anywhere, and it's only going to be on her terms.
Oh, that's good news.
That makes sense. Honestly, dude, did you think anything else, Max? Like they're gonna really fire?
Yeah, I knew that.
No, I know. He got me with the clickbait and read more. I'm like, breaking news. I'm like, okay. I thought she was gonna make. No, I thought she was gonna maybe say, I'm happy with what I've done with Star Wars. I'm gonna go on to something else or something. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was going to be she's fired or anything like that, especially not on Women's Day. Can you imagine Disney doing that on Women's Day?
Well,
Kathy Kennedy fired on Women's Day. No.
That would be terrible to do.
June Cocker and Mike Zero eventually, right?
I've said it once. I've said it a million times. She's made more great Star Wars than George Lucas ever did.
Oh dear Lord!
It's just a fact.
Okay.
George Lucas gave us.
Let him say his opinion.
George Lucas arguably gave us 3 great Star Wars movies, and I would argue he only gave us 1 great Star Wars movie because he didn't even direct Empire or Return of the Jedi.
There you go.
But But
Not
Kathleen
wrong.
Kennedy has given us The Force Awakens, which is great. She gave us The Last Jedi, which is great. Rogue One, which is great. Solo, which is great. Rise of Skywalker, not so great.
Debatable.
But that's a pretty good record so far. Then you got Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. I'm not really as much into the animated stuff, but she's given us more great live action Star Wars than George Lucas ever did.
I would argue that Dave
that's
Filoni
very
has
true.
done more for Star Wars than anyone.
Under Kathleen Kennedy, Jack.
But who hired him? Who hired Dave Filoni?
George Lucas.
Well, not for
But
the
who kept him employed?
Disney projects.
Who kept him employed though? Like it's Kathleen Kennedy signs the check.
Lucas hired him for the Clone Wars animated series. Everything else, he was hired by Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep, not wrong. She just needed time to put the right people in place.
I think
you impatient people.
I made this for you, Crazy Joe.
I think
but
what people have problem with
MMA.
Kathleen Kennedy is problem with Kathleen Kennedy is all the other Star Wars stuff that has been announced then canceled. Like how many movies have been canceled under her watch?
7.
How many people have been fired or let go?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
100,000.
And that's why I keep saying that the Rian Johnson trilogy is absolutely positively going to happen because
oh my God,
he is one of the few people. He is one of the few people that she doesn't have creative differences with. She loves him. So,
but there are a lot of reports that she might be leaving after Indiana Jones. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I doubt she'll get it. I will be shocked. I will take a giant L, Crazy Joe, if she gets another contract extension. I just don't think it's going to happen.
It's the Kathleen Kennedy trial of destiny.
Hey, Nicotina. Voltaire says to Crazy Joe, Lucas hired Filoni. Stop that false narrative. But I will add this, Voltaire, that she kept Filoni on.
Lucas hired Filoni for Clone Wars. Every project he's worked on since then, he was hired by Kennedy.
Yes. Okay. Seriously, think about it.
Oh, Clone Wars, Rebels.
And she let them finish Clone Wars. Like if they've honestly, that is one feather in her cap. Oh, Teledia places something to add. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I believe that the only good thing that Kathleen Kennedy did was a couple of shows, which was Kenobi, the Book of Boba Fett, and Mandalorian. But other than that, she hasn't done really well over the films because there was too many controversy for the film side. Whereas George Lucas did great stuff with the prequel, sequel films and the first film as well, which was a huge success. So that's my take on it. I'm sorry, Crazy Joe, for my opinion compared to yours.
We allow all opinions. We allow all opinions here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree on the prequels.
I would make this argument for the sequels. I think if you ignore the legacy characters and just continued with those characters, Rey, Finn, Poe, and all that, you could have something there. I think.
I think you're not gonna get
Oh, and I remind you, everyone, please get your thumbs up. I'm gonna burn 500 calories if we get to like 30.
I don't know about
I'll put it for 30 likes
really.
tonight. You don't think I'm gonna burn 500 calories?
It's a law on averages.
I believe you.
Okay, think about it. Okay, you got 2/3 of the prequels sucked, like beyond all repair. Yeah. Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. Okay, the one redeemer, Revenge of the Sith. Okay, the rest of it just check it away, man. I cannot stay awake for more than one sitting. Okay, the sequel trilogy, on the other hand, aside from Rise of Skywalker, 100% solid. Not only that, but Rogue One was one arguably
The Last Jedi, really?
Oh yeah, The Last Jedi was one of the best Star Wars movies ever, dude. It's like
Brian, I agree with every word you're saying, but the only thing I think I would take Rise of Skywalker, which is by far the weakest of the Disney movies, over Revenge of the Sith, which is the best.
All right, Anthony, don't have a heart attack, bro.
We might disagree there.
You just gave Anthony a heart attack.
You killed Anthony.
No, Revenge of the Sith is like my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah. He's allowed to say that.
There.
Listen, you might not know, but Crazy Joe is more than likely going to have a show here on MME, and we're proud to have him. and he's going to give me the most heart attacks of any team member because
Oh boy.
I mean,
can't wait
that
to
would
meet
not
you in
be
real life.
surprised.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet you in real life at too many games, and we just have to come. We just have to decide behind the scenes if he wants to. No pressure, but he's welcome to have a show here. But I will address Voltaire. So she gets credit for listen. James Gunn didn't keep around talented people that he didn't that didn't fit into his vision. And honestly, the Clone Wars, the animated series, was at a position where they already ended it. And she gave the okay not only to continue that, but a spinoff with the Bad Batch. And I believe she also greenlit Rebels. And this is where you're getting Ahsoka series from. I mean, you could have got that from Clone Wars too.
Ahsoka is a sequel to Rebels. That's what it is.
Yeah. So I'm not, everyone here knows that I don't give Kathy credit where she doesn't deserve it. I'm a huge critic of Kathy Kennedy, but for that part, I think like if it was James Gunn, he's like, well, didn't they finish that after Disney bought it? I can honestly see him doing something different, and that's not to throw shade on Gunn, but he didn't continue certain things that were successful.
But
he said it's not in my vision. Yeah.
Everything that Dave Filoni has worked on has gotten released. When you think about it.
Yeah. But she continued to let him. Continued to have.
But everything like he hasn't been connected to has been like delayed.
Yeah. You mean with the recent film announcements? It's been a disaster there. It's been
or even TV shows. Yeah.
What do you say to that, Crazy Joe? All the announcements of projects has been potentially worse than Warner Brothers. Nothing happens with all these announced projects.
Yeah, they gotta get moving.
Yeah,
they gotta get moving on. I'm excited about I'm really excited about the Taika Waititi movie. But
mixed on me.
I was excited for the High Republic show
That's
that
fine.
they had
Voltaire
until
Sunday night. Yeah.
Until the news was that the producer was fired, and then they're
I think that's another
suing.
Well, people are kind of downplaying that. Like, there's this thing that happens. People like downplay what studios do to talent, and I don't like how they mess with talent. The Henry Cavill situation,
And
this lady passed up. This lady passed up an opportunity on an Apple Plus series, started work, and then they from the claims, allegedly they fired her without cause. And it just seems like they don't have their ducks in a row with getting these productions.
A lawsuit is crazy, though. A lawsuit is crazy.
The movie that
but I've seen a lot of people on Twitter just brushing it off like it's nothing. I take that very seriously. I give producers and the industry credit and the companies that put together these films, but I want to go to bat for the creatives that live through these paychecks of projects and arrangements, and then I don't like seeing people getting effed over for no reason just because it's unorganized. That's my initial impression. Of course, it has to go to court, but it's someone that was going to work on the Acolyte, passed up another project, and then started working, and they didn't. I have to look into it more, but apparently they didn't have much cause to get rid of her, and she was out without any job. She's lost her income because of that. I subjectively believe that she's had creative vision. She's had issues with. She's good at hiring people, but then when when you have to mold it into this whole narrative of the IP and this overall story you're telling with Disney Star Wars, that's where it starts to fall apart. But I also want to move on from Kathy too now.
I tell you, this whole thing.
We can talk positive Star Wars.
The lawsuit.
Yeah,
she's better settle because she's not gonna win that.
I don't. Well, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, look what happened with the Ezra Miller situation. We got to hold our horses. This lady has every right to sue if she lost her wages. but we don't know all the details. Maybe
Yeah,
there
but
was
they'll
cause to
probably
get rid of. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe it just wasn't working. Who knows? You know.
I'm one of the few people that liked Solo and Rise of Skywalker.
Well, Solo was actually quite popular. It didn't do well in the theater, but after it hit streaming, it's done really, really well.
Like this
Although we're not getting a sequel because Lucasfilm are scared of it.
And so good that the
Yeah.
actor
Yeah,
is
Brian.
now in Cocaine Bear.
Boycotting. Yes, I did boycott in the past.
I think
Ironheart.
And Star Wars is better after that as well.
I think Solo is getting a sequel, though. I think the Lando series is going to be the Solo sequel.
That was announced
If that
long ago.
comes out-
I don't even know if that's happening.
We haven't heard it's been canceled.
What
In
the-
fact,
what the guy
last
is
we did
busy.
hear, they were just waiting for him to finish his Atlanta show.
Yeah, but he's going to something else
His
now.
Glover next movie is the Spider-Man movie.
No,
with
whatever
Sony.
it's called.
Whatever it's called.
Hypno.
Yeah.
Hypno, yeah.
Yeah, Hypno something, the Spider-Man villain. That's
I wonder if he's
just
going to be in the.
got canceled.
I'm
Oh,
wondering if
Patty
he's
is
gonna be-
suing too? I don't know about that. Is Patty
No,
suing?
no, she's not. No, she
I didn't hear
can't.
that.
No.
She's not suing. No.
What she get sued for?
I haven't heard anything about that.
No, she can't sue without. No.
Speaking of Patty, I went and saw Wonder Woman today. Regal was showing it back on the big screen for Women's Day.
Awesome.
It's a damn good movie.
It's a shame that we're not getting a proper continuation.
I think we are. I'm
Maybe
convinced.
we are.
I'm convinced. At San Diego, we're going to
we don't
hear
know.
she's back for part 3.
I would be happy if that happens. You know,
We'll see.
I'd
We'll
like
see.
to.
Only
I'd like
time
to
will tell.
see. I'd like to see another director get a shot. Yeah. No, it's not Patty. It's someone else. It's not for. It's not for Rogue Squadron. It's for the Acolyte. Someone working on the Acolyte. Okay.
The Acolyte.
So I thought this would be fun to do. I don't know. I know other people may not be prepared, but let's appreciate some women in the industry, and I would like to give a little shine to someone that I really appreciated today. That I was like, wow, you did a great job in this project. And I'd like to see more of your character. And a lot of times people don't, talking about women superheroes, her name doesn't come up a lot. And it should. After rewatching Deadpool 2.
Oh, I know
Deadpool 2. Domino, Zazie Beetz. And she also had a smaller role, I believe, in the Joker, right, Aaron?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She also
after rewatching Deadpool 2 today on Disney Plus. Yes, you can watch rated R stuff on Disney Plus. I know it's shocking to everybody. That movie is hilarious.
What?
I laughed so much. And I think the breakout star of that is not even Cable. It's Zazie Beetz as Domino.
Yeah.
Her
She was good
character
as Domino.
was great. And also, I have an article up here. Apparently, besides Deadpool 3 starring Wolverine and Deadpool,
I heard that Wolverine or Hugh Jackman is playing multiple versions of Wolverine.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Zazie Beetz is reportedly set to reprise her role as Domino in Deadpool 3.
Awesome.
Okay, after Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman confirmed their roles as Deadpool and Wolverine, respectively in Deadpool 3, Zazie Beetz looks to be next in line for the return. She had the best comedic timing of everyone else except Deadpool, in my opinion.
Guess who's not coming back? T.J. Miller.
Of course not.
We don't talk about T.J. Miller.
Well, I don't know if he's guilty or not. I don't know.
Oddly enough,
we don't talk about him.
Oddly enough, after Once Upon a Deadpool, I tweeted at Ryan Reynolds and said, "Hey, you should replace T.J. Miller with Fred Savage," and then he got canceled too. So.
He got canceled.
Oh, really? He got canceled too. I didn't
Fred
even know.
Savage too for what?
He apparently was, I don't know, sexually harassing women or something.
Allegedly. You have to be allegedly.
You gotta
I didn't
Google it.
know
I
he
don't
was
know.
accused of anything. I didn't know.
Hey,
that.
we're up to 18 likes. Come on, get us to the 20 mark. Come on. Well, Zoltaire, Yes, she is, but that's not the way you really appreciate women on Women's Day. Only appreciate the super hot ones.
Here's the thing. You don't want to get your
I appreciate women. They're super
No,
hot.
she is
Yes,
beautiful,
that's
though.
one way.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But she's talented. She's got
She
good
is talented,
timing.
yes.
She's funny, and she's a great underrated woman superhero that doesn't really get a lot of attention, and she should. And I'm so happy. I didn't even know she was back for Deadpool 3. Hopefully this is accurate. It's via a scooper, Daniel RPK. But if this is accurate, keep in mind that Gina Carano was in the first Deadpool, and I got to go back and watch that.
She died.
Did she? I don't remember.
No, didn't she like?
No, she died.
No, she joined. She joined.
Landing.
She joins just like in the Mandalorian. She joined. She also
You
joined.
sure she didn't
What did they say in Mandalorian? She's no longer here. She joined the
Special Forces.
She joined the Special Imperial Forces. Also in Deadpool.
Deadpool do it beforehand.
Yeah.
You do Gina beforehand.
No, but cancel me. Listen, I don't want to focus on her physical attributes, but yes, she is beautiful. Yes,
But I would like to see Wolverine in the yellow outfit.
We'll see.
It's not a deal
We'll
breaker
see
for
when
me.
we'll see when we see the sub
You
pictures.
really have a thing for tights and underwear, man. Hey,
He's
no
into
shame, no
wrestling.
shame.
He's into
CGH
wrestling,
really, really
No,
is
I just
concerned
want
about
comic
tights and underwear.
accuracy.
Okay, well, don't
But
gatekeep,
Wolverine, I'll say this: Wolverine looks fine without that costume in his movies.
Oh yeah, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it could work.
They can make it.
I would be cheering.
I mean, it depends
I
on the
mean,
suit.
look
Depends on
at
the suit.
Deadpool in X-Men Origins versus Deadpool in these Deadpool movies.
Yeah, but
Which
Deadpool's
do you prefer?
Deadpool's supposed to be a joke of a character. So like,
Here's a joke.
Wolverine's supposed to be serious. I think having that kind of costume in a live action kind of makes him not look serious.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about my nomination for an underappreciated woman in Women's Day in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, it's a good choice.
What do you think, Brian?
Actually,
sure. Yeah.
And
Zazie Beetz was good.
I want to rewatch Deadpool 2 with you. I was laughing my ass off. Today.
It's a good movie.
There were so many one-liners I missed.
Yeah, she also is in the Lynette show.
It's a funny movie.
I actually think the weakest part is the beginning where they deal with his girlfriend and dying and trying to outdo Logan for the Academy Award for best, No. Brian, does anyone else have another person in the industry that we should recognize on
Underrated?
Yeah, or that should get some attention. Yeah,
I could throw out another underrated superhero actress.
Okay, go ahead.
I really enjoyed Journey Smollett as Black Canary.
Oh yes,
I think we should see her again. I've always said, and I stand by this. I think in the DC universe, Black Canary is the second most important female superhero after Wonder Woman because she is the highest profile DC hero next to Wonder Woman who isn't derivative of a male character like Supergirl or Batgirl.
Okay.
That's true.
I know Anthony, go ahead. You could say birds of shit. You could go right ahead.
No, I'm not gonna say
But she was great in it though. You didn't like her?
No, I don't like the movie. The movie sucks.
I know, but just her as Black Canary.
She was okay as Black Canary. If you give her a better script, she'll be fine. I don't know if she will.
I
back.
doubt
Who
that
knows?
she'll be back though. Unfortunately,
we don't know that. But
Max, I've got someone.
Okay.
She played in the Fast and Furious films. I think it's from Fast 7 all the way up to now, and she was also in Army of Thieves. I forgot her name.
Natalie.
I know. Yes, she's in Game of Thrones, right?
She's Natalie.
And Manuel or something like that.
Yeah, Manuel. Yes.
She's a
Yeah,
great.
she's on
Oh yeah, she
Game
was
of Thrones
Melisande.
Yeah.
Melisande.
She was originally the translator or whatever. Like, so,
Yeah, she's a very underperformed.
CGH has a woman that he would like to give some attention to a Woman's Day. Harcourt. Mrs.
She's only been one. I mean, I don't know.
I don't want to call her
Man,
Mrs.
you guys
Gunn.
are.
No, I don't
Are we
want to call
talking
her.
about
I forget her
underrated
name.
women?
I forget
Or
her
we're talking
name.
about women in general.
I forget her because she doesn't go by Gunn like a lot of people in the industry don't. What's
she's
her
married, yeah.
What's her name? The
I'm
actress
actually
name?
watching Peacemaker currently.
I like Harcourt. I think she's
Do
funny.
you really want to taste
Jennifer,
this?
isn't it? Jennifer.
It's actually a really good show.
For me, I'll go with
Hey,
Gal
Drogo.
Gadot.
Awesome show.
Gal
That
Gadot.
underrated woman. I don't know. Like,
It's like
She's
pulling teeth
underrated.
for some people.
You can say Gal Gadot is underrated.
no, I don't.
Why you
think
put me on the spot, dude?
I don't think Gal Gadot's under. I mean, I think she might be in from '84, maybe, because that was a terrible movie.
Yes.
Wait, Gal Gadot?
Leslie Grace.
Leslie Grace.
Jennifer Holland.
Jennifer Holland. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's her name. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was great.
I'm trying to think. But this.
Oh, what a.
All right. Well, back to Zazie. I'm really excited that she's going to be hopefully in Deadpool 3.
Zazie?
Yeah, Zazie Beetz. And if I remember right, she was in the Joker.
That's the actual name. Oh.
Yes, that's her name. Zazie Beetz. That's a cool name too. All right, that's my nomination. That's all. I thought I'd do something for Women's Day. There's no women here right now.
Yeah, where's all the women at?
Lady Gaga?
There's not in the chat either. Come on,
I
bro.
know.
Lady Gaga. I mean, that's a good pick. Bro. That's a
She's
good
not.
pick,
I want to say she's under. Yeah, well, yeah. Lady Gaga's a good pick. This is not underrated, so.
Underrated as an actress.
I don't underrate her as an actress. I think she's good. She's one of the few.
Overrated as a singer.
I think she's one of the few singers turned actress that's actually really good.
Crazy Joe says Zatanna is the root of a male character, her father Zatara.
That's not what he meant though. By
Yeah,
I see what you're going for, Crazy Joe. You like characters that aren't in another character's.
I have
stable
nothing
character.
against. I have nothing against
yeah.
characters that are derivative. I'm just saying that Black Canary is the second most high-profile DC superhero.
she doesn't.
female.
She doesn't really have like. She doesn't have like a sidekick of her own. Like Wonder Woman doesn't. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Do we want to talk? Do you want to talk about that Mandalorian episode now?
Spoiler review?
Oh, I better
I'll
log
have to
off. I
leave.
haven't seen it yet.
I'm in the process of watching it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll wait till later then.
All right, we'll wait.
We'll wait till later and then we'll let you guys know.
Well, I have to check out in 5 minutes anyway, so
It's a little longer than the first episode.
That's all right.
It's about 42 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, we could cover this topic before you go, which I'm very passionate about. I'm actually kind of angry.
The mailbag?
No. We'll cover this before Crazy Joe leaves. Hold on, I gotta. Sorry. Okay,
Wow.
let me bring it up here.
Amazing.
Anthony is...
Click the damn run button.
All right. Mission Impossible.
I love all the. I love the Mission.
I don't think Tom Cruise deserves this at all. I'm really annoyed with the studio in interfering with us. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 test audience has an insane reaction, while the studio says it's too long. I don't think they should mess with the vision of this film at all if they're gonna cut stuff out just because they're worried about the length, as long as it's quality.
And then
doesn't this man deserve to just release the film as is after Top Gun Maverick? Stop messing with this. I mean, I'm very passionate about this. I am so sick of it has to be a shorter length. If it's quality, leave it as is.
Wait. It's part 1?
Yes, part 1.
Well,
part 1.
Shouldn't it be long anyway?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It should be long. It's the yeah.
If it's part 1, and
we'll
then
get to
the part 2 is just as long.
Yeah, well, let's get to
I'm
Brian
thinking,
and
Harry
then
Potter
Crazy
and
Joe.
all that.
What do you think of this? Potentially, it sounds like that the studio might try to interfere with the length of this project, even though the test audience reaction was insane. Crazy Joe, what do you think?
Good insane or bad insane? Did the test audience like it?
Good insane.
That's what I'm guessing. Let me
go down.
I mean, I'm a firm believer that a movie should only be as long as the plot necessitates. If you make it long for the sake of being long, then it's going to be boring. My perfect example is King Kong. King Kong is a 90-minute story, and the original movie told 90 minutes to tell that 90-minute story. And then Peter Jackson remade it, and it was still 90 minutes of story, but he took 3 hours to tell it.
It was a
boring
3-hour
as hell.
movie, yeah.
So
Peter Jackson makes long movies.
Mind you, that
Peter
movie
loves
is like
that.
shot for shot remake.
Well, let's get to the quote here. Well, audience reactions to the film have been overwhelmingly positive, so it's insanely positive. Paramount feels the movie still needs to be shorter. I haven't seen all of MI7, but I've seen a bunch of it, Bakish said. I don't even know who that is. We actually just did the first test screening for audience last week, and the audience lost their mind. And it's still too long. They've got to cut it, but the movie is insane. It's like a complete thrill ride. And Tom, he's very good. So insanely positive is what we're getting from it.
It's
Would
good.
So the previous chapter of the Mission Impossible saga, Mission Impossible Fallout, clocks at 1 hour 47 minutes, making it the longest film in the franchise. It makes you wonder how long Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is if executives are concerned about the sequel's length. Mission Impossible is one of the few franchises that could be as long as it pleases without fan complaints, but perhaps I'm mistaken. Is there a limit to how many cruise-related shenanigans audiences can handle during one sitting? Would you sit through a Mission Impossible movie that lasts over 3 hours?
I'm sorry, but if John Wick is...
Let's answer that question.
If John Wick is 2 hours and 50 minutes, the new one, 4, then sure, this first part of Mission Impossible can be 3 hours or 2 hours and 50, whatever.
To be fair, I lost where I stopped watching Mission Impossible, but it's not because I didn't like it. It's because I forgot where I was, like which one, and I didn't want to rewatch them.
I think audiences could stay for 3-hour movies if the movie is not boring. Like
Yeah,
Joe
if it's a
said.
good movie.
Yeah.
Look at the Batman. It was 3 hours and people stay and it made money.
They
The new
could
John
cut
Wick.
out like half an hour.
That's a little short, the Batman.
But,
They
you
probably
know.
could have cut
Yeah,
it shorter.
I mean, the Batman should have been shorter, yes. I mean, look, the new John Wick is 2 hours and 49 minutes. Almost
Still a
50
great
minutes.
movie, but it could be a little
So,
bit shorter.
like,
It's really hard to say without seeing the movie. I've sat through 3-hour movies that kept me riveted and been bored to tears in 90-minute movies. It really just depends on the movie.
You're right.
Yeah.
oh, I mean, we did show
Do
the
you,
trailer
do you know
for
how long, like, the
this one
Return
was
of the Jedi? No, Return of the King is the director's cut.
Yes.
And that's because Peter Jackson loved making long movies. We know who Peter Jackson is. He liked that.
Anthony says Avatar 2, the Batman could have come. Well, tell that to the box office for both.
Tell that to James Cameron, who will smack the shit out of you.
Yeah, James Cameron's not cutting
Yeah,
anything.
James Cameron does not play around. He will leave you. He said one thing about you leave a studio note. He's like, nope, I'm not doing that. Leave. So like,
well, would you sit through an over 3 hour part 1 movie?
Yes,
Crazy Joe. If it is also the finale to the series, that's another thing.
Well, I am going to sit through this movie,
Yeah.
no matter what, because I've liked. I mean, I hated the first two, but I've liked every Mission Impossible movie from 3 on, and I think from 3 on they just get better and better. 3 was great, 4 was better, 5 was better.
It surpassed James Bond for me.
Yeah, I mean,
He does all his stunts.
Apparently, Terry Egerton knows who the next James Bond is.
Oh. What do you think, Brian? Would you sit through an over 3 hour movie of Mission Impossible?
I've never watched a single Mission Impossible movie.
Holy Jesus Christ! Wow.
I heard a rumor that
no
was
nerd
just
shaming here.
James Bond
No
guy.
nerd shaming here. No nerd card provoking.
I like James Bond. I'm sorry.
I understand that.
He's
I
a
mean,
James.
that's true.
James Bond is better in my opinion.
Oh wait, no.
Of course. Yeah.
but how can you say? How can you say it's better than the thing you haven't seen?
In my opinion.
Well, I know, but don't you?
I don't
need...
like Tom Cruise.
Okay, well that's
fair.
fair.
You know about
that's
me
fair.
That's fair. That is fair, though. That is fair. Yes, that is fair.
Okay.
I mean,
What
listen. I mean,
what do you think
it's
about
part one? It's
Yeah,
a
go
part
ahead.
1 of the movie, and then we get in part 2 next year, in 2024. So,
what do you
just let it be long?
Yeah. Well, Brian, what do you think about the studio interfering in the length of the movie? That they think it needs to be shorter? Do you think that's bullshit, or do you not
I
care?
don't care.
Okay.
I mean, make a movie. Don't make a movie. It don't matter.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes the studio does need to step in. Like, we haven't seen this movie. I mean, if the movie's great, the movie's great. Don't touch it. But sometimes the studio does need, like Michael Bay. I think every Michael Bay movie is about a half hour too long.
Well, that's Michael Bay because he thinks he Michael Bay.
Do you know the studio interfered with the Planet of the Apes, and ever since those movies are like masterpieces.
If you're talking about Matt Reeves ones, those are amazing.
Okay. That whole Statue of Liberty scene at the end was a studio note.
That's one of the greatest endings in movie history.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a continuation of the Apes movies.
Yeah, we are.
We're past Caesar.
All right, let's get to the mailbag, and then I'll do other topics later. And then Crazy Joe, I know you said you might have to head out, so
Yeah, I'm actually going to take off, but you and I got to connect though, Max. We got to
sure.
Talk one of these nights. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was away.
No problem. I hope you had a great time, man.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
I have stories to last for days. So.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
All right, everyone, have a good night.
All right, you too. You
See
too.
you, Crazy Joe.
All right, let's get to the mailbag before CJH loses his mind.
Did he put question today? I mean,
what?
Yes.
We only have 10
Okay,
questions.
Good.
Okay.
Only have 10, and many were from me.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. I'll have to post
Only
tomorrow's mailbag
because
early.
I'm pretty sure there was like 3, and then I had to add some more.
I couldn't think of
I
any
appreciate
questions for you, Max. Sorry.
Well, you could just say a topic. Have you heard this? You know, it doesn't. Whatever you want to do. All right, Mass Vigilante. Max, would you rather open a burger taco joint or a cookie ice cream? And which do you think would sell more and make a lot of money?
Burger.
Repeat that again? Where you rather open
burger tacos more.
Ice cream only works in the summertime.
And you can have ice cream at your burger taco place.
It's
not the best.
Yeah, I mean, they all do offer ice cream, most of them.
Yeah. So I want it all. In ice
Sonic.
Yeah, ice cream places I love.
What about pizza?
When we have to go with the question, CJ. She says burger taco or cookie ice cream.
That's not.
How often do you go to ice cream place? How often do you go to burger taco? I most likely.
Have you ever had an ice cream taco?
Yes.
Where it's actually it's not taco chips. It's like the cone.
Choco taco.
Is that what you guys call it?
Yeah, that's what we call it. Yeah, we used to have.
I don't know what happens.
We used to sell them at Taco Bell, man.
No, we call it like taco ice or taco Sunday.
Aaron, that's what you call it.
Ours is cooler. Canada sucks. Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. We love Canada.
Damn.
But taco ice cream, Choco Taco sounds a lot cooler than that. I gotta admit.
It does sound cooler than that. That's 100% true.
Now I want one, damn it. Now I want one. Okay, Chubby Teddy Monster Productions. Hey, Max. Why do I have to answer this? Who do you relate to more, Beavis or Butthead?
Definitely Butthead.
Do you ask? Do you?
You're saying that for me, CJ? Did you call me a Butthead?
Oh, I was gonna say you're Cornholio because you have the hood.
I think more of a Butthead. Because what does Beavis do?
I am Cornholio. I need to from a butthole.
I don't.
Actually, now
I
that
don't
I
relate
think
to
of
either
it,
one,
yes, because that's how you
The
laugh.
Butthead.
I don't laugh like that.
Butthead.
No, you
Butthead
laugh
is
more like Scooby Doo.
Butthead is a little bit more intelligent than Beavis.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much.
Hey, release the back row. Absolutely, Jerry. Absolutely. Let me see here.
Cornholio.
Okay. So now that I answered, everyone has to answer now. Brian, who do you relate more to? Beavis or Butthead? Okay. Aaron?
Travis or
Beavis.
Bob?
Can I say Cornholio?
Yes.
Cornholio. I need TV with my bunghole. Are you threatening me?
Oh God. Talati, what do you think, man?
I would say Beavis.
Okay.
I never actually watched this show.
Oh, we gotta get Watch to America.
That's the first time I found out about Metallica.
This was a
Was
great
Beavis and
movie.
Butthead.
This
That's,
was a great
and was it an
Never
Ed for Sandman?
I don't even think it is. It in Canada? Was it available in Canada?
I'd like to see the Canadian version of Beavis and Butthead.
That's pretty much Terrence and Phillip.
Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah. Anthony, do you want to answer this, or are you passing?
What is the question?
Who do you relate to more, Beavis or Butthead?
Oh, nobody.
Nobody.
Open a taco shop or a freaking ice
Can I
cream
ask you
shop?
something? Can I ask you
We
guys
had
something
like King.
Can I ask you
King
something
of,
about?
No, because you didn't put it in the
America?
mailbag. You didn't put it in the mailbag.
Can I ask you something? Is Beavis and Butthead
Super Chat.
Is King in the Hill a prequel to Beavis and Butthead?
I don't think so.
But you know, Do America makes it sound like it is. Because spoilers. Hank
Well-
Hill and Peggy is kind of in it.
Mike Judge does the voice for a show that Mike Judge created the show for.
Yeah, but yeah. That's true.
Whoa.
Oh, Kamikaze says, real talk, down to it. Who's winning a fight, Beavis or Butthead? I think Butthead.
Butthead, definitely.
Butthead.
But if Beavis goes Cornholio, it'd be a different story.
Okay. Did you watch the new movie? I didn't watch that movie.
I didn't
they
see
made.
it.
Okay.
No, there's only one movie, and it's called Do America. I'm good.
This is a great movie.
All right, Mass Vigilante, quote of the
great
day,
movie.
77. Be without fear in the face of your efforts. Bravery is upright, that God may love those followers and speak the truth and positive in your life. Always, even if it leads to your death. That is your faith and oath.
Is that from the Bible?
I don't know.
No Bible talk here.
Should be. Oh.
Hey, Max, I hope you're doing all right on this good night. And I was wondering, do you have any thoughts on Gunn's slate? And do you believe that he showed chapter 1 is not all the projects and hiding more behind the scenes without telling us? And if you do believe so, then what other projects do you think he's keeping from us? I hope one of them could be about a Teen Titans movie. I would love Teen Titans movie. Or one day that could be an epic to me in the real fans to give my favorite team of characters a better take, unlike the garbage Titans show. Oh, I like Titans.
I like Titans.
I mean, it definitely could be better. Here's the thing. I think his slate sounds amazing when it comes out, and I think his slate may be too ambitious for what Warner Brothers can actually produce in greenlight. No, the Poindexter Lounge is later. It may be.
I think it was silly to start with like named, like no named characters like Blue Beetle and like Creature.
Well, Blue Beetle was already going to happen.
That wasn't his slate.
Yeah, Creature Commandos. I also was probably in production before he decided to take over. They were already.
Although I want to see James Gunn do
they're gonna
the
announce the cast
Authority.
soon.
I really want to see James Gunn direct the.
They're really going to kick it off. I mean, Creature Commandos was basically, they're really going to kick it off with Superman's Legacy. That's be like, we'll know from there.
Yeah.
That's happening.
I believe it's happening, but I think it would be a mistake to even bring up more projects because I just have a lot of doubts that all these projects are going to come to fruition, honestly.
Anyway, next question.
Oh, what?
He's running the show.
Oh wow, he's in CJH thinks.
I think the Titan series.
Kamikaze. I think the new TMNT looks exciting and expressive, and the animation style is great. Then there is April O'Neil. Which
you know what's strange?
I don't think her character design looks exciting.
Nobody's brought this up.
Regardless of the race, it just looks.
Nobody's brought this up. Nobody brought this up. They complain about her race, but Leatherhead has been gender bent.
I don't know.
Leatherhead is the alligator villain. It's a male, but they changed it to a female.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
I think there's a lot of
Wait,
great
oh, wait,
from
wait,
that
wait.
kamikaze. It's just not.
Leatherface?
No,
Oh, I thought
Leatherhead.
you-
Leatherhead is the alligator crocodile villain from Ninja Turtles. It's usually a male, but Rose Byrne is doing the character, so they changed it to a female. And that's
Oh. For
Now
whatever
I
reason,
now I
was
know why
thinking
CJH
you
is saying
said-
move on. Look at this. Okay.
I thought you said like.
Yeah, because the amount of questions he's asked.
Get back to my questions, Max.
Yeah.
Max, Mass Vigilante again. Max, would you rather travel through outer space of the cosmos and discover, explore a variety of different planets and galaxies, or would you rather travel through different planes of dimensions, parallel worlds, and form the Council of Maxes and become a king?
You become king?
I would rather go through different dimensions, parallel worlds.
We're gonna
and
get
form the
Max.
Council-
I
we're
blame
gonna
Max
the Council of Maxes.
Vigilante
We're gonna get Max
for
the
my
Conqueror.
questions.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Max
get
the Conqueror. I believe in another dimension. I'm extremely
get-
success. I believe I'm like PewDiePie levels in a different dimension of whatever they call YouTube there.
Max
I
and
think-
Mortis. Max.
Yeah,
Mama
I
Todd.
just I don't know why it's not
Beast.
working.
Max a touch. However.
Yeah, I think I'm extremely successful in other dimensions, and I'm just the black sheep of the Council of Maxes. I think I'm the low end on the totem pole. I don't know. That's my pick. That's a cool question.
Do you think in the universe, the multiverse, there actually is a Doctor Doom Max that's like
Yeah, I
full
you know what?
power?
I
and-
might actually go full Scarlet Witch and take out the other Max and take his place. Oh, I
That's my
wouldn't leave.
plan.
Never mind.
If
I wouldn't
that's
leave my wife. I
plan
wouldn't leave my wife.
if there's
I would
another
not,
version
no.
of me. If there's
Like
another
you have
variant of
like
me.
Doom.
I couldn't leave
bots
my
and
wife or
everything.
Brian. No, I couldn't leave my wife or Brian. I couldn't.
Well, if there's another Brian.
waste of time, bro.
What is a Brian in that universe?
I will be reverse flag.
I feel like Brian would be like
How about this?
Ultron, where
Team of
he's
me,
got
team
all
of me,
these.
our variants take out the other variants, and we come to.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Brian? How would you rather travel through the outer space of cosmos, discover, explore a variety of different planets, or search out different dimensions, parallel worlds, and form the Council of Bryans and become a king?
I would rather not be a king, sir.
Oh. So you'd rather be like you'd rather go Star Trekking.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to be like Q.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Explore
Well,
strange new worlds.
Aaron,
Seek out new life and new civilizations.
Aaron, what do you think? Would you bind together the Council of Aarons, or would you like to
Yeah, of course.
trek
Take over the
Okay.
multiverse. Yeah, I would do it.
Taladia? What do you think?
I would rather travel through different planes of dimension and parallel worlds and form a council of Teladians.
Yes. CJH, what do you think?
I'm wiping out every single CJH, so
Oh,
I am
shit!
a prime CJH.
I'm scared.
CG is yeah.
Anthony, what do you think?
I will be the council of myself.
Council of Anthony's. Okay. And then Kamikaze says, I got a better question. Would you rather fight a kangaroo or a shark in knee-high water? I'd rather fight a shark in knee-high water. I think.
Kangaroo for me.
Oh, bite your
Are you
ass.
sure? What about Kangaroo Jack?
Here's the
Kangaroos
thing:
scare the shit out of me.
Sharks won't really attack you unless they kangaroo.
It's still knee-high. It's not like you have to focus on.
Would you still swim with a
You
shark?
could still
though?
kick and
Hell
punch.
no.
If it was
But
over
depends
your
on the
head,
shark.
if it was over your head, then I would have kicked. Then I would have picked the kangaroo. You know.
I wouldn't want
Because
to
you
fight
don't-
either one.
That's why I always say, like, when someone says sharks don't attack, would you swim with them?
No. CJH Entertainment. Let me hold on a second here.
CH Vigilante, all the crescents.
Yeah.
You should change it to the Vigilante CJ's mailbag.
Yeah. Well, I hopefully more. Aaron, can you please leave me a question or something tomorrow? You know?
Okay.
Or topic. Do you think Star Wars Episode 10 will start a new saga and follow Finn? No. Finn is not coming back.
That's if John Bodega is gonna come back, which
I think they're gonna take a break from the episode.
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
Well,
And,
what about the
Finn's-
first part of that question? Would it start a new Sega? So, like, the one
A new
to 9
Sega?
is
Sega?
Sega. You know.
I think it's a continuation. I don't think it's going to start.
This
You
is
mean like
Sega
new characters?
Genesis?
No. I think leave him alone. Leave him alone. I'm trying to interpret. I mean, he is from outer space. Give him a break. I think he's trying to say, is it a new saga where it's going to be like new characters or a continuation of the other saga? Is that what you mean, CJH?
So like how Marvel
Ray.
has Infinity Saga, and the Multiverse Saga. Well, 1 to 9 is the Skywalker Saga. And then you move on to another.
10 to 12 would be the Palpatine saga with Rey.
Yeah.
But Daisy Ridley's already said she's not doing it.
No, she didn't. When?
She said that in an interview in the UK.
How long ago?
Quite a while back.
Well, because recently she said she'd be interested in returning.
Yeah, she did say that. Yeah.
Taladia.
No, this was in the UK. This was in the UK, by the way. You guys don't have UK television.
No.
But how long ago did you say? Like, how long ago was that?
I mean, Canada kind of has the stuff.
Well, recently though, Taladia, she said she would be interested in returning to the role.
Okay.
I don't have the exact quote here, but there were articles that were covering like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the thing with actors and actresses. They say this and then they eventually come back.
Sometimes,
Most of the, I would say 75% of the time they come back to the
You really
characters
think John Boyega
that
is
they
gonna
got
come back?
popular off of. Is that an accurate
For the
estimate,
money, yeah.
Brian?
John
that
Boyega coming back.
75% of actors or actresses, even if they say they're kind of tired playing the role, they eventually come back.
they might just need a
Michael
break
Dorn did it
sometimes.
20 years later.
Mhm.
Sometimes they might
So-
just need a break from the role.
Max, so you think John
Unless
Boyega's gonna come back?
it's an actor who is likes the artiste
Yeah.
of
So
movie making.
Anthony asked if I think John Boyega. I doubt that one
Well, they did him dirty.
because they really
Did
messed
that
up.
in dirty, that is
He
true.
probably did him by the worst in the
Yeah.
sequel trilogy. I think
Yeah,
even
no.
people that love the sequel trilogy admit that they've really effed up Finn.
Well, that's where they could redeem him and make him the focus.
I don't know. What do you think, Brian? Out of all the characters, I think they effed his character up the most.
Probably, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I think they had a great opportunity to make him Lando's son. That would have been amazing.
No, they had to bring in somebody brand new to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. The CGH Entertainment. I guess James Gunn now. I've announced the new slate of the CGH Entertainment shows. It's all about planning it out. Awesome.
Oh.
Is this chapter 1 of the CGH entertainment shows?
It's season 3 actually, but
Season 3.
I gotta edit the first 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what season we're on here on MME. It's a reboot. Season 2. Well, okay. The CGH Entertainment. Quick! You've time traveled back in time to the dinosaur era. What do? I find
Eat the dinosaurs.
I bring Adam Driver with me. That's what. I contact Little Movie Raptor to help me out,
I'll bring the Jurassic Park crew with me.
Come on. What are you gonna get? You're gonna get what's his name from Jurassic World waving his hands, calm down, dinosaur, or you get Adam Driver with his gun. I'd get Adam Driver. Yeah.
I got Little Movie Raptor.
You'd get a Little Movie Raptor to try to make friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would pick Little Movie Raptor and Adam Driver to come with me if I get stuck there.
I'll pick Turok. I'll find Turok. He's around.
Yeah. And then CJH Entertainment again. Quick! You have time traveled back to the pirate era. You're stranded on a pirate ship as a prisoner and nothing but one bullet and a pistol. What do?
Kill the captain so you become captain.
Kill the captain.
Shoot yourself and jump overboard because you're gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really grim.
Yeah, it's either that or kill the captain and you become captain.
Yeah, and that ain't happening.
Yeah,
because it's Captain Jack Sparrow. You might as well just use that bullet on yourself.
Well, Jack Sparrow would make you walk the plank.
and hope to God you can swim.
Barbosa, on the other hand, yeah.
Oh, you might die
But they're
if
sharks.
you can't swim.
I would get the key off of the person with the gun. I'd hold up
wait till
the person.
Davy Jones was sleeping and steal it from him.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if you
I wouldn't use it on myself.
Kill
no.
you would kill Davy Jones to become the captain of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do, CJH?
I'd probably go the Brian route.
Oh, really?
But no.
You have a chance if you got one.
All seriousness, I'd be a prisoner, right? So I would shoot the chain to escape.
Yeah,
shoot
but
the chain. But
how would you escape all
it's
the
not
other
a
pirates?
movie, dude.
How
It doesn't
would you
work
explain-
that
yeah,
way.
it's not a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
The lead ain't
Like-
busting a chain, bro.
And the other thing is, if that does work, how are you gonna escape all the other pirates that are on the ship?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's
Might as
they're
well
gonna
just
they're gonna
It's
here's
take
the
the
issue.
plunge.
They're gonna hear the
I
shots.
would hold up the person that's in charge in the prison, giving him my food and has the key, and then I would switch. I would make him put on my clothes, and I would take his clothes or her clothes, and then I would escape that
so you
way.
take her clothes.
This is going a very different direction.
Yeah,
What?
it's gonna darker.
Why does that make sense? I put them in my clothes, and then I'd shave my hair off or whatever, so they can recognize me.
You know, they use a knife to shave back then. They probably use it as their
Yeah.
swords.
I think I have the best scenario, and put them in. I'm like, no, that's them. I'd lock them up. I would take their place. No one the wiser.
Captain Max,
Just
Max
more
would
like
be the
grease
king.
and grit on me as a pirate. No one wouldn't even know. I'll put them in my place. Quick! You have a time travel device, and you are thrown into the Wild West with nothing but the clothes on your back and a flashlight. What do you do?
Look for water.
The Wild West with the clothes and a flashlight. That's. Can I have the gun again?
Yeah, you might need a gun.
I mean, what am I gonna do with the West with the flashlight?
You definitely will need a gun.
You can't do nothing with the flashback. I mean,
I
yeah,
would.
come on.
You definitely do need a gun.
This
That's
is the
fine.
worst
That's
scenario.
guaranteed, though.
This is the
Trade
worst
it for
scenario.
a
I have no
gun.
horse.
You're trading for.
I mean, but yeah, maybe they would think I was really intelligent because I had
You
a
trade
flashlight. Then
you trade.
I would act like I'm a wizard. Look at the lights. I don't even have to start a fire. Here you go, and then the battery would die.
No,
That's
I would say I would do Wingardium Leviosa or something like that.
and then turn on the switch for the flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flashlight in the old. That's the worst scenario. CJH flashlight in the old West. It's
wants
not
to
going to
get
get you very
killed.
far. I want the gun back. All right. Thank you everyone for joining in on the mailbag. Why don't we talk about some Mandalorian?
Okay.
Okay. I gotta go
CGH
watch it.
hasn't seen it yet.
I gotta
Okay.
go watch it.
Oh, definitely, CJH.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Randall died. Okay, I'm kidding.
What did you think, Brian?
That was some of the best Mando, and it's only two episodes in.
Yeah, I got to rewatch it again.
I like how
Yeah.
Bo-Katan was kicking ass and
Yeah, it's so rogue.
and fighting and
had to save a
and
man.
then her saving Mando from the water and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and and then what else?
Maybe you should put the spoiler banner up or something like that. Just in
Mhm.
case.
Yeah, you put a spoiler banner up.
And then Bo-Katan told Rogu, oh my god, that she once knew a Jedi. That was a callback from Clone Wars.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it was a lot of good callbacks in the episodes.
I didn't even know what that big creature was at the end until everyone was talking about it on Twitter. I was like, okay. I didn't remember when it's a mythical Mandalorian beast. What's it called?
The Mythosaur, man.
The Mythosaur. Yeah. Bo-Katan was great in this episode. It was great to see her use the black saber. You know?
Oh yeah.
Well, with the robot and the robot guys, whatever that thing was, and
yeah, it was kind of weird for him to give up on that old droid and to take the shitty one so quickly. That's the only thing I was like, really? Okay.
Because he didn't have that, because he did the piece he needed wasn't
Yeah,
not there anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, that R2 unit had a bad motivator, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, was amazing. Great Grogu episode. Grogu had a great episode. Going back, saving the day. You know. Also, holy shit, that effects for that creature that he was fighting, that crab creature, sort of had like a General Grievous type vibe with the eye. Really cool stuff. Really cool special effects, creature design. Here's a review on IGN that I'll share, and I was just like, really? People complain about everything. I didn't even.
IGN didn't get a good review.
IGN is a bomb website.
Well, here's what they have to complain about. The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 2 review. The return to Mandalore is ruined by terrible lighting.
I didn't think that was terrible.
I kind of
saw
agree.
everything.
I mean,
You
I
do?
was watching it on my cell phone, so I might be a little bit in the wrong there.
Okay.
But
the limited perspective of his flashlights helps establish a mood, but strips the impact of the setting and makes battles nearly impossible to follow.
I saw the fights fine. The battle's fine.
Unfortunately, the darkness didn't just detract from the spectacle, but also the episode's emotional core. I really did not think. What? A 5?
Can we see the comments?
A 5? This is stupid. I didn't look at this ahead of time. Really? That is ridiculous.
They were in a cave. Yeah,
Some of the best Star Wars ever, and they're giving it a 5.
I saw the fight scenes, the
Turn up
combat
your
scenes
brightness
fine.
on your TV or the backlighting or something.
I saw the
Mediocre.
combat scenes perfectly fine.
What the comments are saying about this review?
I don't know. Let me get to that. The Mandalorian suffers the same lighting problems. They're trying to make a statement just like, this is not on the
No,
level
I
Game
saw
of
more
Thrones.
than perfectly clear compared to Game
Wanting
of
the
Thrones.
impact of the return of Mandalore. Is there comments? This actually might be the worst take I've ever seen. I had absolutely no issues with the lighting. Tested across multiple devices. The episode is getting 9s and above almost everywhere else, and not a single other reviewer has mentioned the lighting is wrong.
That's
This
funny.
is
That's
extremely
funny.
unprofessional.
oh man, IGN's getting roasted.
IGN.
If you're going to make such negative claims, be sure to verify it isn't your scene straight up. That is the issue. That's actually very constructive criticism. Yes. Check your settings.
Even the next person has
It wasn't dark. Yeah, but they're in a freaking cave, everyone.
Yeah, they're in ruins.
They're
Like
in a
cave
freaking
ruins,
cave.
yeah.
Come on, it's gonna be dark in a cave.
Bro, if you in
It's
a real
not.
life
It's not the
cave,
back
that shit
cave where
is
it's actual
darker.
light. Where
They're
you
not
have
like.
light.
They're not like. Hold on, Grogu. We're in a cave. Get all the production lighting here so we can see everything really good. When things are supposed to sneak up on you, some things are going to be lit dark. That's where. Listen, I love bright and cheery. Okay, but we're getting to a point where you can't even have mood and atmosphere anymore. Everyone's like, it's got to be bright and cheery all the time. You got to see everything. It works for certain scenarios of different stories. But to say this as a 5 is an absolutely bullshit statement, and they deserve the criticism. But this is where I said, remember what I said, Brian? Like people, and you also are not a fan of Geekosity. I'm like, all the sites are the same. They all do this shit. And we're part of the problem because they're getting more clicks than ever from this stupid ass take. They gave it a 5.
We're talking about it. Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
They are in a cave. No, but 5? Hold on, I'm getting a message here.
You were Plaid BB7.
Okay, but 5 out of 10. No way, man. No way. There's some of the coolest creature designs we've seen.
How did they come? Oh, yeah, no.
Very out of touch. Just watched it, came here to see another good review and ran into a rant on the lighting. I had no issues at all, but then again, I don't watch stuff in a sunlit room. That would made it worse. And I thought it was a great episode. I only have one nitpick that with Grogu's force jump looking as fake as it was. Guess there's only so much you could do with the 2-foot puppet. The action, special effects, and story were on point. My score would have been at least an 8. This is one of the few shows I've watched recently where the lighting actually isn't super bad. But even with the shows where the lighting is kind of trash, I still enjoyed them for their content and wouldn't dock like 3 or 4 points just because it super strange review.
Look at this next one.
But this is the problem with these sites. You want to know the problem with the sites, Brian? Is these people do not have like salary jobs.
Oh, of course not.
They get funds on per article.
Yeah.
And the more the article gets clicks, the more they get money. So
Of course.
with the success that she's getting off of these clicks for doing a garbage take, she's going to make more money. That is the problem with the industry right now. No one really, anyone in old media, most people in old media that started this when the internet started burgeoning with websites and articles, a lot of them have moved on to their own. The majority of sites now work on per article rates and performance of the article. They don't work on salary. So they make the most outlandish claims to get the most attention because you know what? You don't succeed on the internet unless you're extremely hyperbolic one way or another. It's the most amazing thing ever. It's the trashiest thing ever. Right?
Damn.
Go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say, are you talking about like YouTube? Because
yes,
it's not like we do that all the time.
No, I don't. I don't say things are trash. If I don't like things, I'm like, well, there's things I don't work. Like even Love and Thunder, I give it like probably a 7 out of 10. Okay. So I don't say it's trash, it's garbage. It's like so sick of people saying that. But that's the only reason. That's the only way you get attention on the internet. Well, that's why, that's why. And then what happens? You repeat it for like 50 videos. This is the most garbage thing I've ever seen. It ruined my whole life.
Yeah.
It ruined my life. I can't. Oh, it's so garbage.
My life is over.
Yeah. So, all right, let's read more of this. She rightfully so. And I had no idea she gave this a 5 out of 10.
I love
but this is only going to give her another article. Sound like Samantha needs a new TV or forgot to turn on HDR. Yes. HDR. The episode looked fantastic on my 77C1. I had no problem seeing details. Looks outstanding, no complaints. I want to see if anyone's on her side. Watch the whole thing on my laptop. What?
I was in my car on my lunch break in the sun. Okay. On this.
Screw you. You're part of the problem, Brian. It was too dark.
Oh, mother trucker. I didn't complain. I understood that.
I'm kidding.
I'm going to watch it here in a second, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's probably better to watch it on your laptop.
I'm joking with you, Brian.
Phone.
Check your brightness settings on your phone. Sometimes you have the brightness settings down to save battery life.
I mean, I'll say this: watching content on the phone is not exactly the best to watch something on.
I want to see if there's one person that agrees with her.
I hate watching TV shows on the phone or movies on the phone.
Watch the whole thing on my laptop. Could see every crisp detail. Prestige TV. And the other thing is, it seems like this is another woman-directed episode, which is great. On Women's Day, you did this on a Women's Day. You had to be an ass on Women's Day. What the fuck? Oh, sorry.
Max being an ass on Women's Day.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
The score was so much worse. I have to actually look up the director that directed this episode.
I think I'm gonna go.
I will never understand why people watch important shows on a laptop or phone. It's like listening to great music on a 20.
What's wrong with watching a show on a laptop or a phone?
Mother trucker, I watched it on my computer screen right now. When I do watch parties,
I'm
right here.
The episode on my iPad.
Yeah,
I was working today.
Awesome, Cyber Sal's watched Indy Last Crusade in 4K. Nice,
Cyber.
Yeah, we have such evolutions in definition and technology, and people just not you, Brian. I'm not singling you out. People just do this laziest thing and then want to be top critics.
I just didn't have time. Okay. I
know.
Break at work, and I was like, crap. But anyways, I'm gonna take off, guys.
All right, Brian. See you later. See you later.
Take care, bro.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right, take care, Brian.
All right. So, considering it's 10 a.m. at work and doing the thing I do, I've not watched the episode, but to not spoil for yourself, scroll to the score. And I understand that in our year of Lord 2023, the brightness is the reason for score 5 out of 10.
Wow. That's crazy.
One of the best episodes, too. Season 2 Fowley still takes the cake, but it's second. Yep. This is the kind of professional IGN employees probably watch it half sleep on her phone.
Damn, they getting
Good to know.
roasted.
Either IGN reviewers either have horrible TVs or don't know how to adjust settings. Also, they really let one thing they could have adjusted for themselves really drive the overall
I saw
score.
everything fine. I didn't have any problem.
What? This episode was way better than the premiere. Easily a 9 for me. Oh my God. No one's agreeing with her. I really try not to be negative towards IGN.
Damn, they getting roasted.
Wow, since I can look at them through the lens of different opinions, but this review is objectively a bad take in my opinion. The content in this episode was massively important to the story. Ignoring that because you didn't like how dark it was? I had a bit of trouble also, but didn't bother me. But I have a 75 HDR Sam does go very high level, nit level, and I couldn't make out a lot of detail. However, I watched it during the day in order to go out of the way to adjust the brightness. Wasn't anything could be fixed easily, I'm sure. Disney Plus needs to fix their sound. I got to turn up here talking, then go back to the music starts.
The sounds is perfectly fine with me. I think that's a you problem, buddy.
I've read IGN probably for 15 plus years. This article is literally what made me an account to post a comment. I've never felt compelled to ever post on the hundreds of articles I've read here. This is easily the upper tier of the best episodes of the show. I honestly feel bad for the reviewer having poor experience because frankly, there should have been zero issue seeing the picture.
That's crazy.
Currently rating 8 on IMDb. This urgency needs a rear review by someone who knows how to correctly calibrate the TV.
You need editors.
No, I mean, I think she was going out of her way to make a point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty odd. I mean, that's also subjective. It's my opinion that she was trying to find an angle in a narrative and exploited one potential issue to make a name for herself on an article, is my opinion. I think this is a bullshit take. I don't think it's just being subjective. I think she went out of her way instead of actually being a reviewer for the quality of the film, made it about herself and tried to take an angle to get some attention. And it worked. She got the attention.
Oh, she definitely did.
She did. IGN reviews are trash. I don't think they are. I don't think all of them are.
Well,
I just think you get successful on the internet doing stupid shit like this.
This one certainly is trash.
Everyone say until now absurd. It was an incredible episode. The reviewer watched on their phone. The fundamental technical issue with the infamous episode of Game of Thrones was the compression and stripping the details. It didn't matter how you display it or calibrate, it looked ugly. That isn't a problem with this episode. I know because it looked fine to me.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is sometimes hard to see.
For bad lighting? Yeah. There's no one that agrees with her. The one person that said anything is she's allowed to have her opinion. Fix your TV.
She is, but
I don't think there's no one.
No
one. I've done my due diligence.
It looks good when I was watching.
All right, tone down the thirsty, Voltaire. Bo-Katan looked nice in this. I know you're thirsty.
Voltaire, you're thirsty?
Right, Lenny.
That's
just
listen.
Where did she wash it in? Did she wash it in the dark?
Ladies could be beautiful, but that's not the only way to celebrate them. Celebrate their accomplishments.
Did this critic watch the show?
I love Katie Sackhoff.
Oh yeah,
I'm a huge Sackhoff fan.
She's a good actress. Yeah,
I loved her in Battlestar Galactica, and she was a gender swept Starbuck. She made Starbuck better.
And she also an underrated actress in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She does a lot of stuff and
she does a lot of stuff for sure.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, we didn't even talk about the main topic here.
We got Ted's wife in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah. Let me bring that up. How I Met Your Mobster.
Yeah,
God.
that's what I got it from. Yeah, that's how I noticed it. Yeah, that's
First pictures. What's your hype level for the Penguin TV show?
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
What is that actually Colin Farrell? And it looks like the Lambo that Jared Leto used in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it
That
does.
purple.
It does. Because his was purple too. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Penguin liked purple. That's his favorite color.
He does like purple.
I'm really hyped for the show. I'm even more excited for this than the Batman 2. Because
Oh,
we've
yeah,
never
the
had a
show.
Batman show that directly ties into the feature film universe as well.
Yeah, this is kind of like a sequel, to the first movie and a prequel to the next movie.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's in between.
What do you think, Anthony? It's your avatars. What's your excitement level from the set photos and stuff? What do you
Oh, I
think?
love Colin Farrell as an actor. They're only filming like 20 minutes away from me, so.
Oh, really?
This is the set.
Yeah, it's very close, just like Daredevil. They're filming
It's definitely
What are you
close
looking
set.
more forward to, this universe, Batman 2 or the Penguin series?
I'm Penguin because we haven't seen we haven't seen that much of his character yet. So I want to see how he became the Penguin and stuff like that. And also, she's Falcone's daughter.
Yeah.
And
Sophia
AKA also Catwoman's daughter too. I mean sister.
Yeah, half sister. Yeah, half sister.
Yeah, half sister.
But you think she's going to be a villain, right?
Yeah, she's a villain.
She is a villain.
She's a villain in the comics. She'll be a villain here too. Yeah.
Let's see. Colin Farrell transforms back into the Penguin to film for upcoming HBO series in New York City. Colin Farrell is back in his full makeup of Oswald Cobblepot for the filming of the Penguin series in New York on Monday, March 6th. Wore bold purple blazer underneath a long-browed trench coat as he stepped out of a building with a faux awning reading Hawksmoor. Colin was joined by co-star Kristen Milotti, who was seen in the car on set. Kristen, as reported last year, is playing Sophia Falcone, the daughter of Gotham mob boss Carmine Falcone. Does this also mean that there's going to be Catwoman in this series too?
No.
No.
She moved out. She'll probably be back eventually.
She's back in the second movie.
Okay,
or maybe
let's see all these images here. Oh, it looks like he lost weight in this.
Yeah, he does.
It's a bodysuit. It's like it's a bodysuit.
The jacket, the jacket makes him look bigger, obviously.
Yeah, it looks good.
Really cool.
Sophia Falcone.
I think I have also a direct
I believe
article
also
too.
Falcone's son is in the show too.
I think Alberto is in it too.
Yeah, he's in it too. His son too. His daughter. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
Talati is shocked.
Yeah, I'm lost for words.
Yeah, it looks great. I can't wait for the series. I don't think it's gonna. I'm assuming that it's not going to be a series that's gonna cause a lot of post-production work, practical, and it's going to be more about story and these crime types. It's going to be great to see something like Sopranos level in the Batman universe.
It's gonna be gang stuff.
Yeah. I'm like expecting like the Sopranos in the Batman Reeves verse,
Yeah.
First look at Kristen Milotti's Batman character in Robert Pattinson's DC universe. This is the first time she's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the one thing I was gonna say that it's really weird that it's taking place in New York and not in the UK for filming.
Oh yeah, that is true. You have a point of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, Voltaire, you bring up an interesting point here. How come
they wanted Jordan Hill for him?
No. Wait. How come that's the last type of representation that it's okay to use someone else? Why can't you actually find a more heavyset actor? Why is it a fat dude?
Fat actors get cast all the time, though.
Not a lot of actors. I mean, they were gonna get Jonah Hill, but he wanted more money than Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Jonah Hill. I think Jonah Hill was. They wanted Jonah
No,
Hill.
I mean, but representation is all over the place, but not for
fat actors get
but not-
hired all the time, though.
but
They always get hired.
maybe I shouldn't even use fat. Maybe I should
Yeah.
use heavier set entertainers. But
But-
why
but-
is this still okay? I mean, there's
But they
lots
don't.
out there.
Most of them don't like it. Most of them don't like it. That's why Jonah Hill lost weight because of that reason.
I
Melissa
know, but
McCarthy-
there's plenty of talent out there that could have easily done it without all the prosthetics and stuff. Why is this one of the last things where everyone's like, we need this representation here and there, or orientation or whatever?
That's not really
But for more heavy, but for actually bigger build people, this is still like pretty status quo in the entertainment industry, where they just you put on a fat suit.
I just think Hollywood doesn't care. That's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Hollywood
not
doesn't
really
care.
that much.
Are you
It's-
saying
it's
Hollywood
not
doesn't
really
care
that-
about heavy set people?
Because there's not really that much fat people out there in Hollywood. There isn't. There's
I'm
not that
available.
much. Oh my god.
But
But it's not really that,
yeah,
and plus,
they
like,
have to
the
really
fat-
stand. They have to really stand out. That's the thing. They have to be really, really good, and most of them don't like it. Right? They don't. That's why a lot of them lose weight because of that. Like Jonah Hill hates it. He knows in his early days he's funny,
Yeah,
but
he
he's been
does
cast.
hate it. He hates it.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy feels the same way too.
I know, but why is okay? You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people available that could have done it.
Oh, Paul.
He does a great job though.
This actor who played Richard Jewell is a tremendous actor. Like I know he's Stingray, but it's all his other roles he could do anything. Like he's so good. Paul, he's so good.
All right, well, let's get back to the image here. I think she looks great. This is kind of out of her wheelhouse. Usually she does comedic roles. I've seen her in other things besides How I Met Your Mother. Usually she's in romantic comedies. So
Yeah.
I'm interested for her to get a shot to do a different type of role for her career, because she is typecast. So I'm excited
This
for
ain't
this.
it. There ain't typecasting for this role.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
playing a very
Oh,
dangerous monster.
she's playing a very dangerous person. Yeah.
It'll be
CJ is
interesting.
back.
Well, that was a good episode.
And she doesn't look threatening because she's small.
How was the lighting, CJH?
Kind of dark, but
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
It's an inside joke. We just read an IGN review where they gave it a 5 out of 10 just because it was dark. It was ridiculous.
oh,
Yeah.
but yeah, was that a mythosaur at the end?
Yeah. It was, I think.
That's cool. It's kind of creepy. It did have
Yeah.
a jump scare.
Yeah. So we have other topics here. Let me see. Since we're talking about Star Wars, let me bring this up here.
The War of the Stars.
Star Wars officially developing sequel stories to The Rise of Skywalker.
That's what I said that they should be doing.
This really
So
disappoints me if this
look
is
at
true.
Fortnite and all like the young generations. They actually like these characters, and they should focus on these characters for the younger generations.
This really
and ignore
disappoints
the
me.
older generations.
All right, go ahead, CJ. This disappoints me, though. If this is accurate, I don't know how accurate. I didn't read the article ahead of time, because we waited how many years, and then all they're going to do is just do a continuation of the last instead of exploring other opportunities. Like they explored other opportunities on streaming for different types of shows, but they waited how many years just to go back to Rey, potentially?
Well,
Potentially.
I'd rather them go forward than backwards. Time.
Well, let's see where the quote here. In a recent interview, Jon Favreau revealed that Star Wars. It's also interesting that Jon Favreau revealed this. If Kathy does move on, I really think that Favreau is going to be involved. His work on a story set after the events of Disney's Star Wars sequel trilogy. Following the last lackluster reception of 2019's The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars hasn't revisited the sequel trilogy timeline, preferring to focus on the past. However, new comments from Mandoverse writer and producer Jon Favreau suggest Lucasfilm is looking to go back to the future of that galaxy far, far away.
To be fair, the sequel trilogy doesn't leave enough time in between movies to really tell extra stories.
Yeah, I see that. I think they could use sequel trilogy characters like a Poe series or something, but yeah, I know what you mean there. Well, let's get to the quote here. So, in talking with Movie TV via StarWarsNews.net, the Mandalorian's Jon Favreau claimed there's some discussion exploring going on considering stories that take place after the Rise of Skywalker. There's definitely a conversation that's going on, and then also what happens after the sequel trilogy, because the sequel trilogy only takes place over the course of a few years, and it's a big thing on the screen, and it's very eventful. But it is a relatively brief moment in history over the course of thousands of years of Star Wars takes place. And so what happens after it is interesting too. And I know there's some discussion exploring going on about what happens after it. So basically this article is a lot to do with nothing, including from StarWarsNews.net, because he basically says there's some discussion exploring what happens after it. Does that mean there's something in active development? Not necessarily. We don't know. But this is pretty, in my interpretation, this is a nothing burger.
Right now.
There's some discussion exploring going on. Yeah, there's some discussion.
As it should be.
Yeah, but this doesn't mean as something's actively being developed on.
I mean,
he was just, if you look at the full context of the quote, he's basically saying why there's not been a lot of content before, because it's relatively a brief time. This is what came before exploring going on what happens after that. This is the important piece of the quote, because he's explaining why there hasn't been much content, supplemental content from the sequel trilogy. It's a relatively brief moment in history over the course of thousands of years as Star Wars takes place.
You could tell a story in between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, though.
Could you?
Can if you.
There's enough of a gap.
Voltaire says if you believe Doomcock Favreau releasing this is a big indication of something. I'm not against them doing. Let's see if there's something else in this quote here. All right. Favreau went on to describe Star Wars storytelling as an ancient history, and no, there's a lot of murkiness in between events. So I think there's a certain markers that we leave. It's almost like studying ancient history, where you kind of know a few things that happen, but there's a lot of murkiness in between, and we just don't have archaeological evidence in the real world to know exactly what happened. So we kind of have connect dots.
To go backwards and forwards.
A new hope for sequel trilogy fans. Well, Jon Favreau's statement confirms that Lucasfilm on track with Kathleen Kennedy said last year, their words aren't the only evidence of more sequel era storytelling is on the horizon. What? Really? They're talking about David Lindelof's project?
Yeah, that's definitely. I think that's happening.
Yeah, that would be the first one coming out of the gates. That one, because that would be the first
I hope
there's
in
a Daisy release.
They don't make another announcement. They just show footage.
I think to bring back people's confidence, they should say at Star Wars Celebration, it's starting filming instead of making all this.
That's what I think. That's what
I think they need to shut up until they actually put something together. Stop all these announcements and say, you know what, we're filming on a project right now. It's starting filming. That's the only way you're going to get confidence back. What do you think, Claudia?
Agreed.
What do you think, Anthony?
I agree.
Oh, I think that's definitely what's going to happen in Star Wars Celebration. They're going to say, "Oh, we're starting production of this Lindelof movie, whatever, next month or the next 2 months, something like that." And we would tell you what's the plot about, or maybe show what is the story about, something like that.
What do you think, Aaron? What do you think would bring back confidence? Announcing another project, or actually saying we're filming? Or if they announce another project without any set time frame of when they're going to start filming? Yeah,
filming, because that means they're actually doing something.
Yeah. I think if they just announce another project with no start date of filming, it's going to be land like a wet fart. So it's like, okay, no one's going to believe it.
Show a trailer.
So a trailer, yeah. All right. With that down and out of the way, let me see what else I got here. This is a quick story. I don't think there's a lot to say on it, but bring to people's attention. Godzilla Tokyo SOS is coming to U.S. theaters for the first time. Godzilla movie Tokyo SOS. What do you think of that, CJH?
Cool, I guess.
2003.
I know that a lot of movies are coming back to the theaters, like older ones. Like I heard something about Return of the King is coming back. The director's cut.
Return of the King. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen this one. It's a 2003 movie, Godzilla Tokyo SOS. So I would like to see it. You know, I haven't watched that one. Let me see here. Seth Rogen comments on negative film reviews. Well, I think we'll end at 2-hour mark here. Seth Rogen comments on negative film reviews saying they could be devastating to filmmakers. Yeah, I think a lot of the even if you can't stand the anti-SJWs online, let's be real, a lot of people think like that. A lot of people get
or
annoyed
you
by
could
this
use
stuff.
it as constructive criticism and work on your art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So stop fighting, because regardless if you think it's a insane opinion or not, this is where I've gotten to this point. And even though I don't like some of these opinions, I don't hate the people that give them anymore. And I'm just saying this is how a lot of people think. You know, lots of people don't want to pay their money for it.
Well, to be
There you
fair,
go.
a lot of people just, they say, "Oh, you suck. Your movie sucks." Blah blah blah.
But
don't actually give proper.
You might get annoyed with those people, but honestly, they're not buying the tickets. That's the bottom line, right? They are not buying the tickets.
Unless you're the big YouTubers that pay tickets to hate watch, but
Well, regardless if you think these opinions are, if you agree with these opinions or not, these people are not buying them tickets to these projects. So, I mean, if you really want to make money, you got to address it in some manner.
I do agree with Rogan here. Like, some filmmaker take negative review as a threat sometimes. Like, they get pissed about it.
if you're harassing
but
the directors,
they get pissed about it or mad about it.
Well, these are all these Twitter grifters saying nasty stuff on Twitter just to try to get a response.
Those, you know what?
Yeah.
They should just ignore those criticism people. Like,
Yeah,
just don't even bother with those people, because those people have insane takes.
Yeah, but this does impact people. You know, it does impact the bottom line.
Yeah, it does.
And
We know it gets to them.
Ultimately, regardless of whether you think about the April controversy or not, there's a lot of people that just don't like it.
Here's the thing.
You know, I know you don't care. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that have been fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and April O'Neil. They're just like, this doesn't look exciting. So, do I agree with those people? I'm still gonna support the project with my dollar.
Let me ask you.
But it doesn't. It should be exciting for April too, along with the Teenage Mutant Shredder should be exciting. Bebop Rocksteady should be exciting. The Turtles should be Rocksteady, and so should April.
Since when is her being a different color? That's anything to do with the movie.
It's not even necessarily. It's not even necessarily just on the color, those Aaron. It's that she doesn't. Her character doesn't, because April O'Neil's been a different race before, but she doesn't look exciting to some people.
You know what she looks more like? I know. I'm not saying not because of her color.
Fine.
She looks more younger. She looks more for kids.
Teenager.
Because
the movie's gonna be fine.
You know what the problem? You know April O'Neil. She was kind of sexualized.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do a separate talk about that.
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah.
Melodia's shocked.
Yeah.
What?
She.
I might do a separate topic on that sexualized cartoon characters.
But she was, right? She really was.
Do the Space Jam.
No, but Max, I'm gonna say this: if people want to watch the movie, they should use their wallet to watch the movie. If they don't want to watch it, don't use your don't use your money. That's the way it works. That's what I would say to customers.
Yeah, that's fair. This actually leads into our next topic here. Let me get this ready.
Do you think Michael Bay cast Megan Fox is able to know because how good of an actress she is? Come on.
No, it's because she was beautiful at the time. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the reason why she got cast.
That's the reason.
Okay, now let's try to stay calm on this one because this, this is
Oh my god. I saw this.
Aaron, Angry Joe versus Geeky Gamer on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, so this
I don't know
listen,
the story behind this.
I am talking about it because other people can't let this debate go. I could let it go. I'm like, okay. Uh-oh. You have a pipe?
What are you doing?
We got CJ.
Your glasses. No.
Oh, I thought you were smoking a pipe.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I have
all right.
TPP stories.
So, I could let this go because I think the quality of the trailer really shined through. The one thing I was like, okay, I'm not excited about. It's not a big deal to me. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I don't like to hate it. I don't like to hate anything. But lots of people are talking about this, and I think it will impact how many people view it. Unfortunately, I think people might not give it a chance just because of that one aspect. And let's be honest, I do think that this specific character may introduce some social commentary. I'm guessing. I've got to be real. I'm not going to lie to the audience. I do think through this character, she's going to be a teacher to the turtles. And I think she is going to have some social commentary on some certain things, real world aspects.
Yeah,
is my opinion.
Going to be a movie about turtles and nothing else.
I don't think that. No, I don't. You think that, CJH?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
everyone's
so.
overreacting. It's
he's going after all of them.
If it's just going to be April being April with no social commentary, I will take the L. But I'm not opposed to social commentary. I'm not opposed to social commentary. But here's what Angry Joe says to the Geeky Gamer and Eric July, Young Ripa. Any of you generally want to explain and help me understand why April O'Neil can't be black in her 7th iteration? That is one thing that people are pointing out. That's not the only thing, though. That's not the only thing that people are pointing out. Just tell me why straight up. So we all understand. I'm taking it to personal when I call out weirdos who throw a fit when this happens. I do actually think they're weirdos if they're going to cry about it. I do actually think, but just think of if they did Jessica Rabbit and they did Jessica Rabbit PC version.
What was the quote tweets? What was the quote tweets?
Well, we're gonna review it. So,
Angry Joe.
D-Day Copra. It's something we have covered as individuals many times on our channels in giving our perspective. It's not as simple. Damn it! I don't want to agree with him. I do not want to agree with Jeremy. It's something we have covered it's not as simple as April can't be this. We have seen a consistent effort to tokenize established white characters by changing their race, gender, sexual orientation. Ooh.
He wrote a book.
Yeah, he did. It's a wall of text.
Wow.
Representation. It's not only disrespectful to already established characters, it's also disrespectful to the race, gender of the people they claim they want to be represented. Stop thinking black people. Whoa. Need a white person's hand-me-down character. Give people, or all non-white people, respectable characters and build them up. Oh, God, like Isom. Build them from the ground up like Isom. It takes time and hard work.
Isom is a terrible comment.
I don't know.
Nobody talks about Isom. I'm sorry. Nobody.
They listen. It made millions of dollars. People talk about it.
Big deal. So
it's just not a universe yet. It's not a universe. It's not a Rip-a-verse yet.
$1 million.
It's one comic.
So it's a bunch of other.
For some reason, Hollywood doesn't seem to think deserve their own characters. That's effing BS. Now, if you actually talk to some people that have true differences of opinion, like my collaborator that I'm trying to get on the show, Abomination AJ, this is some of the sentiments that he's been saying too. That sometimes Hollywood takes the easy route. Now, there's room for both. There's room for race swaps and for characters being built to the ground up. And I don't want to speak for Abomination, but I think he said in the past, because I watched some of his live streams too, that his opinion is that Hollywood does go the lazy way a lot of times and doesn't do the work. And when they could have established a new character.
The problem with this the viewpoint that Jeremy has is that a lot of the people saying they don't like the change do not have the same view as Jeremy here.
And he says, much as I disagree with you on a lot of things,
plain racist, takes.
Like Ism, yes.
Hey. Okay. Well,
and then let me see. Okay, I was gonna see if I get Abomination AJ's in here, but Angry Joe was trending for a while from this. That's why I was covering.
I saw.
I can't find Abomination AJ. I had his quote tweet up here.
Oh wait!
He's not all wrong. He's not all wrong in this situation.
There's one that I thought made a great point.
What?
Which one?
Where was Jeremy for Reva?
Yeah.
From the Obi-Wan series.
What do you mean? He was complaining about that.
But she's a character for the show.
That's a brand new character.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right.
I remember she got a lot of racist threats.
Yes. Watch the R. Let's not say the R word because it's going to get me demonetized the more we say it. Okay. That's just the heads up as content creators. Try to avoid that word.
Okay.
But yes, I think you've made a great point, CJH, that you can't have it both ways. If Jeremy really wants characters being built up, then you can't whine about it like he did for Reva. He whined about for Reva. That was an OG character being built on the ground up, and he complained about it. So that shows his hypocrisy, and maybe that's not the right word, his disingenuousness, that he says we want characters to be built up, but then he also complains when new characters are introduced that are built up, and he still complains.
Well, it's the same thing with you complain about a movie you don't like, but you're going to see it.
Yeah.
And spending money on it.
Excellent point, CJH. Give a hand to CJH on that one. You really showed it to Jeremy because yes.
Oh wow.
You did. You showed him up. He had some points there, but he picks and cherry picks things, and then he still complains when a character like Reva's introduced.
Isn't that what they do?
Yeah. So great point there. Awesome. Okay, so let's do some rapid fire topics to end this here. Okay, this is interesting. Muhammad Ali series of development at Peacock from Renee Jean Page, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Wilmot. I'm good. I'm happy they're making a series. It's
he looks like him too.
You think? I guess if he shaves, yeah.
Yeah,
he does.
Oh, a young Muhammad Ali,
yeah.
I can see it.
I'm up for it. I definitely want to see the series.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I thought Bill Smith one was really good. The movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's just
the movie that was a good movie.
That's just a quick update. Michael Shannon.
Oh, Zod. Okay.
He should play Doom, the Doom guy. Do you ever see the Doom guy side by side with Michael Shannon?
Oh,
he would be an awesome Doom guy.
Mm-hmm. Michael Shannon breaks the silence on the surprising DC return of Zod. Let's see if we get to find the quote here. Speaking to Looper, Michael Shannon shared, okay, I was a little confused. I said, as memory serves me, I think I died in Man of Steel. Are they sure they got the right guy? But then they explained to me the whole multiverse phenomenon, which I was a little behind the times on that. I can't say that I'm a huge consumer of this genre of films. Not that I have anything against them.
It's not multiverse.
Like Martin
it's
Scorsese.
time travel.
If I'm going to watch a movie, the odds are it's not going to be one of those, but I sure love making them. Shannon continued, I love making Man of Steel, and I love working with director Zack Snyder, and I felt it was actually, in a way, a fairly important film. It was nice to revisit the character. I wasn't there for a terribly long time. I was in and out in a couple weeks, so it was a nice way to spend a bit of summer in England. Andy's a lovely guy and a great a great artist visually. I had a blast. Finally, the actor added, let me see. Okay. I tried to get back into his skin. He's a little different in this film. He's a little more, I don't know how to put it. You don't spend as much time with him, so you don't really get to know as much about what he's thinking. It's not necessarily his movie. That's the thing with these multiverse movies. You get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it's really Ezra Miller's movie. Okay. All right.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, it's not the same Zod.
We're at
Of course,
2 hours mark.
It's a different version of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna end soon.
Is that true, Daniel? Is that true? He's playing Dennis Rodman.
I don't know.
Where's that? Because I saw the summary of DMs.
All right. What if Marvel's What If Season 2 gets a release date update?
Oh, it's gonna be next year, right?
Casey Walsh release window the first quarter of 2024.
Yeah,
I have to rewatch the first one. That's one of the. That's like was one of my least favorite. Not that I hated it or anything. I just,
Well, Jonathan Majors, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
And the original does take 2 years to make, so. And you'll get an X-Men 97 later this year, so.
Okay, final topic. Okay. You ready?
Max, how many likes are we on, by the way?
I don't know.
How many likes are we on, by the way? Just
I'm not looking.
2.
I see 28 likes.
28. Let's get to 30. Come on,
I
everyone.
was close. See,
all right,
they're
now
all
I'll read
liking
it.
because I'm back.
James Gunn puts ist Marvel fan in their place. Yeah.
What happened? Oh, the High Evolutionary. Oh.
Okay, all right, don't jump the gun.
I didn't read it. I
Don't
didn't know
jump the
about
gun
this.
there.
I didn't know about this.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 director James Gunn came back at a fan with vengeance after seeing an ist comment about one of his MCU stars.
Yeah, the guy who played in the Myrrh in Peacemakers, High Evolutionary. Yeah.
Yes. Guardians 3 brought some major talent aboard with the casting of Chukwudi Iwuji. I'm sorry if I mispronounced. As the High Evolutionary, who will put this intergalactic team of misfits through the emotional ringer from start to finish. This also marks Iwuji's second time working with Gunn after starring as Clem Myrne in season 1 of The Peacemaker. Gunn celebrated Iwuji's casting in Guardians 3 as well as made it public in November 2021, explaining no intention of letting go one of the best actors he's ever worked with in his long career. What's the comment here? An Instagram user commented on the fact that the character is just another white guy they made into a guy.
Jesus Christ.
You see how we do that? This is how we don't get demonetized.
Yeah.
Another guy blatantly asking why the villain is instead of like a certain source material. Damn it. Another guy they made into a guy. Why couldn't they just leave him, pick a different minority? How about Asia? Oh, I don't even want to read. I don't even read all that. Gunn replied that he chose the best actor and the best person for the part, not caring whatsoever about, the race. He urged the fans to move away from their remarks, even commenting on how the character is often purple and killer.
Here's also the thing. It looks like that's not even his real face.
Yeah. I choose the best actor, period, and the best person for the role.
So
I don't give a shit. what ethnicity he is.
So who cares what
stop
color
with
it
your
is? Yeah.
presumptions on why he was chosen. And by
He's
the
not even
way,
human.
he's playing a guy who's almost always purple in color.
Yeah, look at him. He's not even human. He's not even human, the guy. So, like, who cares, right?
Because he's the best actor I've ever worked with. That's why he has zero to do. So, what do you think about his response there?
Good.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Good response, really.
Because that villain was never had a race in the first place. Like,
well, I don't know much about the character, but he's saying
he's
it's
not
sometimes purple.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, Jesus, it's typical social media. They
Although,
always
to
do
be
this.
honest, I haven't seen anyone criticize this cast.
Yeah, like this is the first time I've ever seen
No.
this criticized.
All right, thank you, Cyber Cells. So that was the last topic. I like James Gunn response. It's kind of funny. I don't like you said though, Anthony. I don't see a groundswell. I think the people that write these articles search out idiots on Twitter. Twitter grifting is a thing. You can always, if you look for shit, you can find it on the internet, right?
And this is
100%.
Instagram. This is Instagram. Somebody
And this
commented
doesn't
on it.
necessarily represent a lot of people. It's just an internet Twitter weirdo, really, right?
Yeah.
Looking for attention. And this person searched out the bullshit to make an article. But James Gunn also likes to go comment on those as well. So he likes to call it out. So, but I approve of his message here, though, for sure. Definitely. Because I think this actor did a great job in Peacemaker. And I cannot wait to see Guardians 3, which that is one I am going opening weekend. And I'm really looking forward to High Evolutionary. And I don't know much about his character. I really don't. So that's the last topic. Thank you. I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you, as always, to Ladia Plays, CJH, Anthony, and Aaron World Order. Thank you for supporting the show. Please remember the mailbag for tomorrow. Go sub to Taladia, go sub to Aaron, go sub to CGH, and follow Anthony wherever he shows up. No, don't do that. But he'll be talking about the Penguin series as soon as it premieres.
Sure.
See
And
you,
I'll be
everyone.
doing
Oh, go ahead, Claudia. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I'll be doing a watch along for Superman and Lois next week.
Cool. That's a show I got to get back into. I like it. I didn't finish season 1 yet.
And my channel is going through a relaunch.
Are you copying me? I did a
No.
reboot. What the? You're a
Yeah, he's
relaunch. I'm a
copying
reboot.
you. Mine's more professional and less copyright.
What?
Copyright?
You coming at me, bro?
No,
You
I'm
coming at
not
me,
saying
bro?
you. I'm saying I'm criticizing my channel and how
Okay.
much copyright there is on it.
Oh, okay.
Well, good night,
All right.
everybody.
Good night, everyone. See you later.
Bye.